Man in Society, it is your host with the most, Shadow Loke. Back at you with another video. Happy New Year's to everybody. Hope you guys spend it, safe and with your loved ones and had a good time. We're at work, so kind of hangover, but had to come through with a video for this channel. You know what I mean? I know it's been difficult because juggling everything. But don't forget to subscribe and like. That is how you'll help this channel get into the algorithm. I would appreciate it, and it's free. And if there's ever a topic you guys want me to talk about, just ask away. And if I'm able to do the video, I'll go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? I don't mind taking suggestions. But what I wanted to talk about, like the title says, is no matter how big or small, a channel or success or status that a person has, it doesn't change their persona. When we're talking about personalities, a lot of people can't quite understand the concept behind it, right? Like a personality is something that is very difficult to understand, if you don't know what to look for, you know what I mean? An individual, no matter how successful he has become or how much money he has gained, won't change his bad habits. You get what I mean? When you're already programmed a certain way, and it has been shown that we're programmed, how our childhood goes is pretty much painting our footsteps forward. You know what I mean? So depending on how well the individual had a good childhood or anything like that, it's pretty much gonna paint his whole persona moving forward. And we're programmed like that as we go, right? And when somebody is programmed, it's very difficult to unprogram them, that way. That's why, when they say it's hard for people to get rid of bad habits, whether you have short temper, whether it's gambling, whether it's, gossiping or whatever. It's very hard to get rid of these bad habits, right? Because we've been programmed this way. That's why it's a lot easier to do it when you're younger than when they're older. You get what I'm saying? That's why it's better to learn when you're younger because you're able to grasp and mold yourself without being so stubborn and hard-headed. Or, it's kind of, for an older person, it's kind of hard for them to take people's, opinions into consideration and stuff like that. They kind of really don't want to be, told how to do stuff and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They always try to act like they know, like, oh, no, I knew that, or I knew that, or no, I'm not wrong. You know what I mean? It's that sense of pride that they have in themselves because they've been this way and thought about this way for so long. They refuse to believe that how they've been seeing it and viewing it this whole entire time has been wrong, because they don't want to feel dumb or anything like that, when it has nothing to do with that. But that goes to show you a personality, the person's, how he views the situation or himself in that manner. So just because a person has, like, let's say, for example, right, you call somebody out on a bluff, right? Let's say right here on YouTube, for example, you call somebody out a bluff, and the person you're calling out on a bluff has a bigger channel than yours. And now people are saying, why would they want to hate on you if that channel is bigger than yours? That has nothing to do with nothing. Views, likes, subscription, and like I said, money. You could be rich and you could still be picking on a peasant. These individuals who are petty like this, who show these kind of foul behaviors, all that other stuff is irrelevant. Although they'll say it, right, to protect their character because they're sadistic like that, right? They know what they're doing. They know how to play the scenario. They're self-aware of what they're doing or whatever, and they understand that, they'll look bad in the eyes of everybody. So therefore, they'll try to deceive it and throw people off. And what better way but what people consider to be facts, which is, what people see, the fantasy of views and likes and money. They feel just because someone had, look, I have money, why would I want to hate on that person? That doesn't mean anything. Rich people are very petty. Successful people are very petty as well. You know what I mean? They really don't like to be criticized. They really don't like to be They don't like no competition. They view anybody that that comes with any idea as a threat. It's shown that a lot of CEOs and business owners shows to be narcissists and stuff like that. Those kind of positions tend to have a lot of people who are narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths. Facts, bro. Look it up if you think I'm lying. Um, so, anytime, like, let's say a small business moves into the area, you see big companies always want to buy those businesses out, or take them out of business, right? And it's like, why should you view that little business as a threat? It's just a little business. You guys are, rich as hell. Like, what are you worried about them for? That's why they view anything as a threat, right? And they'll get rid of the threat. They're not gonna come out and say, "Oh yeah," they'll go ahead and throw some lie in there, kind of saying that 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 they're buying it to make the business better or whatever. But in true reality, they just didn't want to risk the chance of them being a threat, right? Same with, like, let's say YouTube, right? Somebody might expose somebody, or for their true nature, or for you know you know for the lies that they've been speaking or whatever. So before it gets to that point, you're gonna have to try to eliminate the competition, right? Because stories aren't adding up. And let's say if you guys come from the same kind of world, and we're in the same kind of, realm, and now these stories aren't adding up, um, it could potentially be viewed as a threat, right? Especially if you want to defend your character, or you're looking to salvage your character that you created. So you can see why, stuff like this would occur. So size of channels or views or money related, has nothing to do with nothing. This goes beyond success and business. This is about personalities, how a person truly is. When somebody's despicable and stuff like that, doesn't matter how much success they have gained and stuff like that, it's not gonna humble them. You know what I mean? I mean, people could change. It's very difficult. It's rare that it happens, but it does happen. But 9 times out of 10, a lot of them like to, do a lot of petty stuff, to get payback. One of them is Vince McMahon. You see, he's a big six, with the wrestling. He created this empire, and he does a lot of petty stuff when businesses go bad with certain individuals. And it's like, bro, you're rich. I said, what are you worried about them for? But you can see the petty stuff that they do. Don't matter how much success they have, but they do immature, childish things. At least people scratching their heads because they don't understand, because you're not like them. So therefore, you can't wrap your mind around why would somebody be like this, or why would they do it. So therefore, you think that, nah, they're making it up, or you're exaggerating, or maybe you're tripping, because you're not able to understand, because you're not like that. But everybody's different. So there's individuals that behave in certain ways, due to the way, they were raised. They carry themselves in these manners. So don't ever be deceived by the success and all that. Look beyond, the views and the numbers and all of that, and truly dissect somebody for who they are. Listen to that. Don't be sidetracked by all the flashing lights and the shiny objects and stuff like that comes with the glamour and success. You want to get to the source of stuff, you have to look beyond all of that. But I'm just saying, those are my opinions. MC Shadow, we out.